Imagine this, but the work on your computer keeps moving. Instead of coming back later and doing everything manually, you open ChatGPT on your phone, check the task, give a new instruction, approve an action if needed, and return to a result ready for review. That is the idea behind ChatGPT remote together with computer use. Remote keeps you connected to work running on a trusted Mac or Windows computer. Computer use lets ChatGPT visually operate approved apps, moving the pointer, clicking, typing, navigating interfaces, and working across more than one app when the task requires it. You still stay in control. Let's set it up. First, install the latest ChatGPT desktop app on the computer you want to use as the host. Open the app and sign in to the same ChatGPT account and workspace you plan to use on your phone. For remote work, keep that computer online and available while the task is running. Next, open Settings, go to Connections, and choose Control this Mac or PC. Select Setup or Add. Approve remote access and complete any verification step. When the QR code appears, scan it with your phone. ChatGPT opens the remote setup flow on mobile, so you can pair that phone with this computer. After pairing succeeds, the host appears inside Remote on your phone. Back on the computer, Connections also lets you manage connected devices, keep the computer awake where supported, and enable computer use when you want ChatGPT to operate graphical applications. Before the first example, remember one important point. Computer use does not automatically mean unlimited access to everything on your screen. ChatGPT works with the apps and actions you approve. It may ask permission before using an app, and sensitive actions can require another approval. On Windows, computer use operates on the active desktop while the task runs, so you can actually see the pointer move, text appear, and windows change. Now let's try a practical office example. I have a reports folder containing several PDF files. Instead of opening every file, checking the month, renaming it, and then building a separate summary, I can say, open the reports folder, sort the PDFs by month, rename them clearly, and create an Excel summary. Watch the workflow. ChatGPT opens the folder, checks the files, organizes the names, and creates a structured Excel summary. The important part is not only that it can click buttons. One instruction describes the outcome, while ChatGPT handles the smaller steps needed to get there. If I notice something else, I do not need to start again. I can continue with a follow-up. Identify duplicate files, move them into a review folder, and update the summary. ChatGPT continues from the same context, makes the extra changes, and shows the updated result. This changes how you think about computer work. Instead of thinking about every individual click, you can think about the final goal. Here is a second example. Imagine you need to review a project page in the browser, identify the most important open actions, and prepare a short follow-up email. You can ask ChatGPT to open the approved browser, inspect the page, extract the 3 key actions, and prepare an email draft. The draft is ready for you to review, but you still decide whether anything should be sent. The same approach can help with many repetitive workflows: collecting information, updating documents, preparing spreadsheets, organizing files, checking a web page, or moving through several applications as part of one task. And you do not always have to type. In Work or Codex on the ChatGPT desktop app, voice can coordinate tasks using the tools and permissions available in that experience. You can say the outcome you want, continue speaking naturally, and redirect the work while it is in progress. Now, imagine the task needs more time and you have to leave your desk. Open ChatGPT on your phone, go to Remote, and select the connected host. You can check active work, review outputs and screenshots, answer a question, send another instruction, or approve an action waiting for you. The task can keep moving without you sitting in front of the computer. For remote work, the connected host still needs to remain available. If the computer sleeps, loses its network connection, or the desktop app closes, remote access stops until the host becomes reachable again. On Windows, computer use also needs the active desktop session to remain available. For the best results, follow 3 simple rules. First, give ChatGPT a clear outcome. Name the app or folder, describe the result, and include important limits. Second, approve access carefully and only give the task what it needs. Third, review the result before final use, especially for important documents, messages, financial information, or actions that affect other people. The real advantage is not simply replacing clicks. It is being able to delegate a complete outcome, stay informed while the work is happening, and spend your attention on decisions that actually need you. Connect the computer. Describe the outcome. Watch the progress. Approve when needed. Review the result. That is ChatGPT remote and computer use. If you want more real demonstrations like this, subscribe to Fisi Tech Lab, leave a like, and tell me in the comments. What is the first repetitive task you would give to ChatGPT on your computer?